Convergent reasoning, a logical process to find a single best answer to a problem. Divergent reasoning generates multiple ideas and solutions to a problem. Associative reasoning, to connect ideas or concepts to solve problems, make decisions, and be creative. Reflective reasoning, a conscious process of thinking about your thoughts and experiences. Thinking reasoning, to think in a way that favors conscious logical thought. Reasoning thinking, to reason in a way that allows logical thinking to become unconscious. Linear reasoning, a systemic method of problem solving using logic and sequential approach to find solutions. Lateral reasoning, using creative and indirect ways to solve problems. Post-conventional moral reasoning, a stage of moral development where decisions are based on values and principles, even if contradictory to social norms or laws. Formal reasoning, using logical rules to evaluate statements and solve problems. Formal thinking, to think abstractly and logically about hypothetical situations. Informal thinking, analyzing and evaluating everyday arguments. Informal reasoning, uses logical processes to make sense of uncertain info and solve problems. Practical reasoning, using reason to determine how to act. Social regulation, a set of rules that governs how people and businesses operate with the goal of public interest to protect health, safety, environment, and social cohesion. Social thinking, trying to make sense of our own and others' thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Social reasoning, to understand and predict the actions, intentions, and beliefs of others. Impulse management, controlling urges, delaying gratification, and making decisions aligned with long-term goals. Cognitive discipline, seeking knowledge. Mental fortitude, the strength and resilience of the mind in the face of adversity, challenges, and stress. Perseverance, persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delayed success. Linear application, used for calculating speed, distance, and time of a moving object. Lateral application, calculating the angles of an object. Concrete reasoning, focusing on physical objects and facts. Flattery, excessive and insincere praise, often for one's own interest. Misdirection, giving wrong locations, instructions, or directions. Contingency, a future event or circumstance that can't be predicted with certainty. Formulation speed, speed of production. Seeing through plans, working on a plan until completion, planning aim, planning, designing, and delivering messages. Versatility, adapt to many different functions or activities. Emotional thinking, to think based on feelings instead of logic. Emotional reasoning, assuming emotions are proof of something is true despite contrary evidence. Strategy control, to help organizations ensure strategic plans are successful. Critical reasoning, to think logically and rationally, to evaluate information and solve problems. Transductive reasoning, drawing connections between unrelated events. Transitive reasoning, to infer relationships that are not explicitly stated. Simplification, making something easier to do or understand. Triangle reasoning, the set of logical principles, rules applied to analyze and solve problems related to geometry. Perpetual response, to respond continuously. Cause and effect, to comprehend relationships between actions or events. Knowing the cause leads to effect, to reason why things happen and predict potential outcomes. Perpetual reproach, a lasting disgrace or humiliation. Theoretical reasoning, evaluating reasons for belief and deciding what to believe. Dismissal, to treat someone or something as unworthy. Rejection. Negotiation, discussing to reach an agreement. Guilt tripping, making someone feel guilty to control their actions. Love bombing, to influence someone with over-the-top attention and affection. Persuasion, to cause someone to do something through reasoning or argument. Event manipulation, to manipulate past, present, or future events surrounding a person, object, or form of reality in any way they see fit. Theoretical intelligence, Gardner's multiple intel, physiological intelligence to use the body to sense, learn, and make decisions, life knowledge, gaining skills and information to comprehend things in life, cat and mouse situation, repeated pursuit, near captures and escapes. Logical reasoning, using a set of facts to conclude something. Pre-conventional moral reasoning, a stage of moral development where judgments between right and wrong are based on external consequences and personal needs. Conventional moral reasoning, a stage of moral development where moral judgments are based on the expectations and norms of a social group, following established rules and laws to maintain social order and seek approval from others, rather than personal gain or abstract principles. Circular reasoning, a logical fallacy that occurs when the conclusion of an argument is used to support itself rather than using evidence to support the conclusion. Verbal reasoning, to understand and use language to form logical conclusions. Quantitative reasoning, using math to analyze and interpret real-world data. Proportional reasoning, to compare and think about the relationships between quantities. Pragmatic reasoning, determining the intended meaning of something by inferring the appropriate context. Pre-conventional reasoning, to judge right and wrong based on external factors like avoiding punishment or getting reward. Syllogism reasoning, a type of deductive reasoning that uses two premises to draw a conclusion. Scientific reasoning, using the scientific method to understand and explain scientific discoveries. Spatial reasoning, to visualize and manipulate objects in 3 dimensions. Sound reasoning, using logic and evidence to support or challenge ideas, decisions, and actions. Socratic reasoning, a teaching method using a series of questions to help students explore their beliefs and develop critical thinking skills. Claim evidence reasoning, a writing strategy that helps students and scientists present logical arguments based on evidence. Calendar reasoning, to understand and work with times and events on a calendar. Coding, decoding reasoning, to encrypt words and numbers in specific patterns or codes and particular rules and regulations, as well as decrypting all the patterns. Cognitive reasoning, to analyze and interpret info to solve problems, make decisions, and understand the world. Counterfactual reasoning, considering what might have happened if things were different. Conditional reasoning, drawing conclusions from a conditional statement. Consequentialist, moral reasoning, judges the morality of an action based on its consequences. Conscious reasoning, awareness and control of mental activities such as thinking, reasoning, and making decisions. Concrete operational moral reasoning, a stage of moral development of applying logical skills, thinking into concrete situations, understanding rules and consequences from experience. Concrete operational reasoning, to use logic to understand concrete concepts. Concrete operational stage inductive reasoning, to use inductive reasoning to draw general conclusions from observating and experience of the physical world, making logical connections from concrete examples. Empirical reasoning, thinking critically about organizing, analyzing, and visualizing quantitative, qualitative, and geospatial data. Empathic reasoning, to understand and respond to the feelings of others, to consider the perspectives of making decisions. Theological reasoning, using logic and reasoning to answer questions about sacred theology. Social theory, a set of ideas and methods to explain human society's change and development. Social thought, thinking about social problems and how to solve them. Social therapy, treatment that helps people develop social skills and regulate emotions. Social thinning, losing or having poor quality social relationships over time. Cognitive skills, allows thinking, paying attention, and retention. Mental acuity, sharpness, and clarity of cognitive functions. Mental filtering, focusing on negativity while ignoring positivity. Positive mental filtering, focusing on positivity while ignoring negativity. Balanced mental filtering, ensuring that there is the same number of negative and positive aspects. Catfishing, false identification. judge of character, assessing someone's trustworthiness, integrity, and overall moral quantities by observing behavior, listening to their words, and considering past actions. Thinking speed to think faster. Adaptive intelligence to respond to new and complex situations by adjusting behavior and thinking. Resilience quotient to cope with anxiety, stress, and hard times. Systems thinking, analyzing systems by considering how their parts relate to each other. Ethical reasoning, making decisions about what is morally right by considering the consequences of the action. Environmental intelligence, to gather, analyze, and refine info about the environment to help stakeholders make decisions and make effective actions. Neural efficacy, to use the brain to produce a desired result. Neural efficiency, smarter people use their brains faster. Tactical deception, military, lying to manipulate the enemy. Creativity speed, quickly generate ideas. Creativity accuracy, reliable, innovative results. Paradox resolution, resolving seemingly conflicted demands to achieve strategic innovation. Data analysis, examining data to find patterns and trends and draw conclusions. Trolley problem variance. Combat simulation logic, forgot to write that down, sorry. Cognitive load management, reducing info the brain has to process at once. Cognitive flexibility, adapt to change by shifting between different mental tasks and strategies. Deception detective, to identify dishonesty. Pattern recognition speed, how fast one can identify patterns on data or stimuli. Abstract thinking depth, thinking of concepts in general terms rather than physical objects. Interdisciplinary intelligence, to integrate knowledge from multiple disciplines to solve problems. Game theory application, to analyze behavior and predict how the specimen will make decisions. Causal inference, determining the effect of a phenomenon within a system. Mental endurance, to overcome psychological challenges, maintain focus, and persist through difficulty. Neurosymbolic reasoning, couldn't find a definition to that, sorry. Reverse engineering thinking, to understand through deductive reasoning how a previously made device, process, system, or software achieves tasks with little insight. Cognitive load manipulation, to increase info for processing. Cognitive fusion, overly identified with thoughts and beliefs as if absolute truth. Cognitive fluency, comprehend and process info. Cognitive flow, deep concentration of a task. Absorption, a feeling of oneness with the activity. Cognitive fluidity, to switch between difference of thinking like logical, intuitive, and imaginatory. Mental equity, fair distribution of mental health resources and services. With influence, to understand people, situations, and leverage that knowledge to persuade or sway others. Without influence, one's ability for cognitive ability, free external environmental factors that might affect their thinking or problem-solving skills. Having no mercy or pity for others is ruthlessness. Ruthfulness is feeling of sorrow or gloom. Hacks, unorthodox access to digital devices, bluffing to lie about abilities or intentions. Social skills, to communicate and interact with others. Post-conventional moral reasoning, making decisions and ethical principles over societal norms. Acting, portraying a character in a performance. Taunting, to provoke with insults and hateful manner. Distraction, to prevent someone from giving full attention. Charisma, compelling attractiveness or charm that inspires devotion. Craftiness, being clever and sometimes dishonest in order to get what you want. Cunning, skilled in achieving one's ends by deceit or evasion. Cleverness, to be clever or shrewd. Perception, to see, hear, or become aware through senses. Observation, waiting carefully to gather information. Unpredictability, unable to be predicted. Risk calculation, risk equals likelihood times impact. Reading people, to understand others by interpreting their behavior, verbal and nonverbal, and body language. Bargaining, negotiating the terms and conditions of a transaction. Caution, to avoid danger or mistakes. Discipline, to control oneself or others. Potential, the capacity to improve in the future. Indirect manipulation, to unfairly control or influence another without being direct. Methods, procedure for approach or accomplishment. Academic, school-related subjects. Direct manipulation, to unfairly control or influence another. silent treatment to avoid communication as punishment or dominance, fear-mongering, deliberately scaring others, motivation to pursue goals, combat to fight skillfully, gambling, play games of chance for money, scapegoating to bear false witness, influence building, building strong relationships, credibility and trust, empathy to understand and share feelings, sympathy, feeling sorrow or compassion for others, adaptive reasoning to think logically and apply knowledge to new situations, adaptive integration, coordinated training to ensure the team can detect, identify, trace, and mitigate threats early and accurately, adaptive interventions, rules that determine when, how, and what degree to adjust treatment, ethical rationalism, morality through reason, plan or event relating to right or wrong. Oh wait, my bad. That's the other one. Ethical rationalism, morality through reason alone, without emotions, authority, or custom. Ethical ramification, effects of a decision, plan, or event relating to right and wrong. Ethical relativism, morality is relevant to cultural norms. Ethical responsibility, making decisions and acting in a way that is guided by values and principles. Environmental responsibility, the ethical obligation to protect the environment and promote sustainability. Environmental justice, just treatment and involvement of all people. Climate intersectionability, understanding how climate crisis is affecting people differently based on social, economic, and other differences. Reverse entropy, to be more ordered and organized over time. Social engineering, to use centralized planning to manage social change and regulate the future development and behavior of a society. Military intelligence collects and analyzes info to help commanders make decisions. Political intelligence, derived by a person from direct communications with an executive branch employee, Congress member, and provided in exchange for financial compensation. Political science, study of politics, power, and government systems. Cyber intelligence, study of cybercrime data to anticipate and prevent cyber threats. Entrepreneurial intelligence, skills and abilities that help entrepreneurs identify opportunities, lead others, and innovate. Marketing intelligence, competitive intelligence, product intelligence, market understanding, and customer understanding. Each addresses separate aspects of a business environment. Contingency intelligence, network of intelligence gathering and sharing that helps commanders make decisions in a crisis. Tactical intelligence, information that guides current operations. Survival intelligence, using knowledge and new data to make decisions that help survival. Medical intelligence, analysis of health-related information about a foreign country or region. Aesthetic intelligence, to understand and interpret and articulate feelings that are elicited by a particular object or experience. Forensic intelligence, use of forensic data to solve crimes faster. Collaborative, produced or conducted by two or more parties working together. Psychometrics, construction of assessment tools, measurement instruments, and formalized models that may serve to connect observable phenomena to theoretical attributes. Counterintelligence, collection of information and activities to protect against espionage, sabotage, and other intelligence-related threats. Pervasive intelligence, application of interconnected, collaborative, AI-powered electronic design automation tools throughout the development process for semiconductor devices. Contingent intelligence, managing potential emergencies and consequences. Tactical threat intelligence, information that helps security teams detect and respond to cyber threats. Operational intelligence, analyzing real-time data to monitor and improve operations. Collaborative learning, educational method where students work together to solve problems, learn new concepts, and complete tasks. Collaborative decision-making, a group working together to reach a consensus on a decision by combining input from all relevant stakeholders, ensuring everyone has a voice in contributing to the final choice rather than relying on individual opinion. Collaborative leadership management style that encourages teamwork and cooperation between leaders and team members. Collaborative care healthcare model where multiple healthcare professionals work together and provide comprehensive and coordinated care patients. Collaborative filtering recommends items to users on how other users have interacted with those items. Collaborative problem solving capacity of someone effectively engaging where two or more agents attempt to solve a problem by sharing the understanding and effort required to come to a solution and pooling their knowledge, skills, and efforts to reach a solution. Collaborative artwork made by a team. Collaborative discussion, group discussion where people work together to solve problems, share ideas, and build understanding. Collaborative relationship, group working together for a common goal. Competitive intelligence, gathering and analyzing information about competitors to help a business make strategic decisions. Competitive interdependence, the relationship between companies that are trying to gain market share in the same history. Product intelligence, gathering and analyzing data about how customers use a product. Market research blends consumer behavior and economic trends to confirm and improve business ideas. Market understanding, analyzing competition, growth opportunities and audience or customer base. Market analysis, determining attractiveness of a market, both now and future. Market segmentation, dividing a target market into groups based on shared characteristics. Customer segmentation, dividing customers into groups with similar characteristics. Customer understanding, learning all things necessary about your customers. Customer value, how much a customer thinks of a product or service is worth compared to what competitors offer. All right, so that is roughly 550 types of intelligence. That's all I could discover at this time. If anyone has new types of intelligence not mentioned in this list, please tell me so I can add it to my notes and improve the quality of future uploads. Thank you for watching. See you later.